So I'm going to go over section 8.4, Certify on Hawk's Learning. And let's see. All right, I need to go open up a tab to get online here. Student sign in. Here we go. And the normal distribution. So let's see. I want to actually start this again. Point 3. Here we go. Let's go to start. All righty. So on this one, there is a formula for finding your z-score. To find your z-score, you take your data point minus your mean and divide that by your standard deviation. This is our formula here. Our data point here in this case is x. X bar is the mean. Our standard deviation is S. This is our formula, okay, for our z-score. Okay, so I'm going to write down what our x is. 76.4. X bar is 86.4. S is 6.4. I'm going to go to my, I need to get a calculator here. See. Okay, here we go. There's my calculator. Okay. This is let's see, there's a download you can get. It's a 84 emulator download. This is another version I have on my work computer. When I type this in, I want to make sure I have parentheses around my numerator. So I need to take x, 76.4, subtract my x bar, which is the mean, 86.4. I wrote the numbers down correctly, divided by 6.4. I might want to double check this. Let's go to my problem here. Yep, looks right. Let's go back up to my calculator. It says to round this to the nearest negative 1.5625, probably 2 decimal places. 76.4, 86.4, and 6.4. And it's 1.56, I think that was it. All right. Okay, now sometimes the variables look a little different. In this case, the weird looking m is called mu. And that is our mean. And then the little O that looks like it has a line on top, that's called sigma. That's our standard deviation. So this is what our formula looks like here. Okay, so I'm going to type into my calculator. I have 54 minus 53.1 over 7.1. That's what I'm going to type into my calculator. Make sure you use parentheses around your numerator. Another thing you can do is if you have this 84, you can hit second, enter. You can actually just go up and edit the previous problem if you're doing something similar. I don't know if that's going to help save much time. Let me just re-enter it as 54 minus 53.1 parentheses divided by 7.1. I have 0.12676 or 0.13 if it wants it off to, this is what my decimal looks like, that would round off to 0.13. 0.13. Okay, got 2 out of 10. This is another one. We're going to basically put in our formula. On this one, I have 41.6 is my data point, minus 42.2 over 3.8. Now, I want to mention to you what this means. If you have a data, okay, if our average is 42.2, and if you're looking at a comparison of an individual data point, okay, let's just say average, you're below average height, okay, then that means that your z-score is going to be negative. So z-score, we use that kind of as a comparison to our average. I'm going to go to my calculator here. And in parentheses, we have 41.6 minus 42.2 divided by 3.8. Negative 0.1579 or negative 0.16. Okay, I'm glad that this popped up because there are a couple questions on here, but they're actually from section 8.5, which we're not doing that. But if it talks about a linear correlation, that means that your scatter plot, or basically a bunch of points that are plotted, have a resemble a pattern of a line. We're going to choose the graph that appears to have neither a negative nor positive linear correlation. Now, if our graph is going up on the right, that's a positive correlation. Down on the right, we have a negative correlation. And this one here is kind of going up and down. So this is negative, neither negative nor positive correlation. Here's another one. Choose the graph that appears to have a positive correlation. The one that's going up on the right would be this graph here. Here's a better example. We're not just randomly plugging into a formula. Okay, we have a rainfall in a town that measured 80 inches. If the annual rainfall has a mean of 45.92, so we have a data point that's much larger than our mean, okay? So we're gonna have a positive z-score. So I'm gonna take my data point 80, subtract 45.92, divided by my standard deviation. This is what I'm going to be putting in my calculator here. Okay, so 80 minus 45.92. Oh, shoot. Start over. 80 minus 45.92. Close my parentheses. Divided by 12 point. That is 98. 2.63. So I'll go back to my homework problem. 2.63, or my Certify problem. All right, we're almost there. Here we have a test has a mean of 72. So we have a standard deviation of 12, so we will divide by 12. Michael has a score of 85. He's above average. We're going to see a positive z-score. This is what we're going to type into our calculator right here. Looks like this. So I have 85 minus 72 divided by 12. Now, if you forget your parentheses, hit enter, get your answer, and then just divide that by 12. It's 1.08. Positive z-score because he's above average. And I modified that section a little bit from what it was before. There were some problems on there that you had to have the 84 on to work them out. And anyway, hopefully this will help you get through that. And I'm going to send that out to you.